Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on Ideal World. This is the night when we team up with Planet Cruise. And I'm really excited for you this evening because we get to talk about some winter sunshine, holidays at the end of this year, and of course through 2016. There's a little bit of something for everyone. Now, I don't want you to miss out on any of these deals. Tonight, here's a little tip. Tonight, I don't always say this, but tonight I really want you to wait until you hear about the very last cruise, because it is a phenomenal deal. In fact, why don't I get our expert? It's Keith who's joining us tonight. Great to see you.
And you, Paul.
Tell us a little bit about what we can expect, and then include a little bit about that last cruise.
Well, you're right to mention that, because it is a corking deal at the end there, you know, Paul. The first one I think is really great because it's featuring Carnival Cruise's latest ship,
the new one,
the Vista, which is still being built.
Yeah, not even out yet.
The first IMAX cinema at sea and some really amazing extra things. We've also got a wonderful one with Thomson that's going to the Caribbean, which is a ridiculous price, just over £1,200 for 2 weeks in the Caribbean. Yeah. And then of course that one you mentioned at the end, which is with Holland America. It's 5-star. It's really exploring Indonesia in real depth, and it's just £1,599, and that's for 19 nights.
£500 a week. That's crazy.
Crazy prices. And that's just half the show. You know, it really is quite astounding, particularly when it's so cold and horrible at the moment around the UK. It's nice to dream and plan.
So if you think, oh, I can afford a cruise, can you imagine it? A little more than £500 a week? Yes, you can. So stay with us throughout the show. Now, let's talk about why you should consider going through Planet Cruise. First of all, these are cruise experts. You're going to hear that from Keith this evening. In fact, Keith and myself both been at sea for many, many years, but the team you'll get to talk to on the phone are first-hand experiencers. They know what they're talking about. That's the beauty of it. Outstanding track record for customer service. They work with cruise lines. In fact, you're going to hear us saying they're the top agent, they're the top agent, they're the top agent. And most of all, they can tailor-make your cruises. So if you're thinking, let's say, for example, you flew to Athens, you want a couple of days there first, or at the very end of your cruise, they can organise that for you. So what we talk about is the essential cruise. And if you'd like to add to it, or if you're thinking, look, that's flying out of London, I'd like to fly from Manchester, call the team and ask them if they can do that for you. 0800 840 1088. That number will be on the screen throughout the show. You might want to get a pen and write it down. Each of the cruises has also got an ID number, and it's worth writing that down too. So if you talk to the team, they know exactly which deal you're talking about. Or even if you go to the website, planetcruise.co.uk/TV for these particular deals, put it into the search engine, that ID number into the search engine, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Now, it's easy enough to get online. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube is great because you've got the opportunity then to contact and see the cruises. But right now, we're going to our first cruise, which is with Carnival. What can you tell us about Carnival?
Okay, so this is an amazing opportunity. We're going to see some footage now of a brand new class of ship that Carnival is still building, and it's all singing or dancing. This is the first of the Vista class ship. She's going to be called Carnival Vista.
Wow.
And you're going to get a few highlights now, a few representations, because this ship is out in Fincantieri in Italy, still being put together as we speak, and launches in the UK next year.
So that's why this isn't actually a ship in some of the images.
Absolutely.
The drawings of what we can expect.
Absolutely it is. And other bits are footage of the other Carnival ships in the fleet. But this is going to have the world's first IMAX cinema at sea. It's going to have the biggest water park for Carnival you can see, with a wonderful 450-foot water slide. It's got a sky ride that you're seeing there, where you get to pedal around in these pedalos, 180 foot above the ocean.
Oh my goodness!
Views. It's really, really incredible. And that's just some of it. 20 different dining and drinking options, including the first ever brewery at sea. Wow. I'll say that again, a brewery at sea, where you're going to get a chance to try beers that have been brewed on board. You've also got the famous iconic names. Cherry on top is a fantastic kind of ice cream and cake shop as well, and sweet shop on board. Then you've got all those touches with Carnival. 4 bespoke shows that have been built just for the ship, that are about 30 minutes long, so it's really all about the fun and making it accessible and flexible. You've also got brand new ideas within the cabins, including a chance to have family staterooms where you have your own lounge, which is really fantastic. And you've also got a new set of staterooms that face inwards and have their own hammocks and patios, and then they face inwards around a pool, which is quite incredible. You're also going to get an idea to see some of the other ideas on board, with the stuff for the family. Of course, cruising is great for the kids, and they're going to be looked after from the very youngest right the way through. There's some of those hammocks I was talking about, and the new staterooms that we're talking about. And you've got the wonderful chance to actually go and try the new largest water parks at sea that we saw at the start there, with that 450-foot water slide.
I think it's worth adding, you know, if you say, oh, I haven't heard of, I can't imagine anyone not having heard of Carnival, but you hear us talking about the brand new ship. They've already got over 20 ships in the fleet. They're not new to the business. I would say this is the company that changed the business and made it more affordable for everyone.
Well, they brought in the whole idea that cruising should be fun.
Yeah.
And of course, that they also own many other brands as well that you might recognise, you know, like Cunard and all these other names, and P&O, they own them. But this is their own bespoke fleet, and this is they're going to be their biggest and most amazing cruise ship yet.
Can't wait to see it. It'll be amazing. Come on, let's talk about the itinerary, see where we're going.
Yeah, so great opportunity here to fly over to Barcelona, and you've got 8 nights on board, relaxing day at sea there to do all that ship has to offer. Maybe try that pedalo as you sail out at sea over to Sicily. This is the island, of course, of the Godfather. This is your chance to trace back, you know, walk in the footsteps of Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro, and also to try the wonderful Sicilian ice cream, the olive oil ice cream, and maybe to go through to the Capuchin convent, where it's got thousands of these mummified bodies. Each was dressed in no doubt what were their finest clothes for their final journey. It's really eerie, it's really amazing as well. I'd recommend it. Then we're going through to Naples. It's Italy's most red-blooded city. This is your chance to do so many things, including go over on a boat to the island of Capri, explore the Amalfi Coast, maybe go through to explore the ancient ruins of Pompeii or Herculaneum, or have a pizza in the area, in the place where it was invented. This gave birth to that wonderful, beautiful creation that's my favourite food. Now, from here, we're going to move on. I'm going to go through to Rome. I'm going to talk more about Rome later because it's featured again in another deal. But the amazing Eternal City has lots to offer. Before we then go through just further further up the coast, and you're going to get a chance now to pop into Livorno. And it's here that you get a chance to access 2 really big hitters. First of all, Pisa, and then Florence. Pisa, of course, has the famous Leaning Tower, and you can have that great photo, popping it up and whacking it onto Facebook, no doubt. But actually, Pisa itself is a beautiful Tuscan town, and there's loads to see other than just the Leaning Tower. And then, of course, Florence as well, an amazing Renaissance city, a living museum with that Duomo that you saw there, the huge dome. The view from that across the city is simply magical, along with the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. Then we're going through from there through to France, through to Marseille. Fantastic chance for you to experience this incredible city and to see the Notre Dame Cathedral and explore this wonderful harbour and try some bouillabaisse, that traditional fish stew. Then from there we're going through to Palma de Mallorca, back to Spain. This is an incredible opportunity to blend Mediterranean architecture, really ancient architecture, through with Gothic architecture, Moorish and Renaissance styles, winding streets, making their way up to grand churches. It's also got the Belvedere Castle, and this is the amazing Lasso Cathedral, which sits right on the waterfront. Explore that waterfront and then get a chance to explore behind it, where you've got cobbled streets, and you've got wonderful chances maybe to have some gambas alioli and try the local patisserie item. Okay, then you've got a chance then to go back to Barcelona, and that's it.
Well, let me add a little note about Barcelona. This is a perfect example to explain to you how you can change your cruise to suit your needs. Obviously, the actual cruise we're not going to change, but if you wanted to add extra nights in Barcelona, then that can be done. Whether it's before or after the cruise, the team can take care of you. Now, bear in mind, this is the new class. This is the maiden season for the Carnival Vista. Take advantage of it. These prices were reduced this week. This is an exclusive discount to Planet Cruise. How exciting is that? You've got dates available in June, July, August and September of next year. Look, there you go, discounts. See, it's not just me saying it. Discounts are exclusive to Planet Cruise. Another perfect reason why you should consider these guys. And again, you're going to hear top agent, top agent, top agent, top agent. Now, these are return flights from London Gatwick. It does include your overseas transfers, but if you look at the next line, the next pink dot, flights are also available from almost all other UK airports. Now, supplements may apply. Sometimes they're as little as like £30 from Manchester. So it's really worth talking to the team. Call the number. It's there at the bottom of the screen. I did say at the very start of the show, write it down. 0800 840 1088. Or go to planetcruise.co.uk. Now, don't forget, if you write down the ID number, that will help you get straight to this particular deal. You know, at $749 for 8 nights on a ship, that's talking about £94. £94 a night. That's amazing when you think it includes your entertainment, your food. It's just amazing value for money from $749. So when are you going to go? June, July, August, September? You know, it's deposit only, so don't be thinking, oh, I haven't got $749 to spare right now. It's deposit only. Take the opportunity to get this. Your ID number for this one is 93690. What a brilliant opportunity. Now, I'm very glad to tell you that we've got the opportunity. I'm being told that Glenn, that's at the call centre, is available right now. Glenn, can you hear us?
Hey guys, how are you? You okay?
Hey, Glenn.
Good to hear from you. Glenn, I know normally when we're able to get through to you, well, first I'd like to find out what time the call centre's open till tonight.
We're going to be able till 10:30 tonight, so we're waiting for the calls to come in. It's starting, the phones are starting to light up already after that first deal, so we're here till about 10:30 this evening.
Well,
come back in tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Under £94 a night is not surprising. Have you got any hot picks for us, or any additional cruises that we might not get to ourselves this evening?
Yeah, we've got a little cheeky one from P&O's just come in for the 6th of March for next year, 2016. I've got a 14-night cruise on Ventura, one of their larger ships. Great cruise, this one, going down to Lisbon, Gibraltar, Cartagena, Malaga, Casablanca, Funchal in Madeira, and back to Southampton. We've had £150 taken off the brochure price today. So we've got inside cabins at $799, or you can upgrade for £50
for
to
2
an
weeks?
outside cabin.
For 14 nights,
2 weeks,
you said?
14 nights.
Holy mackerel, that's amazing value for money.
Very, very good value.
Great deal, a nice day if you want to catch a little bit of spring sunshine, nice part of the world to go down, and of course going from Southampton so you can take what you want on with you. Brilliant,
I love that idea. Glenn, I'd love to talk more, but obviously we've got 5 more cruises to get through.
Have fun, guys. Enjoy your night.
See you soon. Bye-bye. That was Glenn, and as you heard, they're open until 10:30 this evening, so write that number down, give them a call, maybe chat to each other. Don't forget, our last cruise tonight is one to keep your ears pricked up for, because it's brilliant value for money if you'd love to get to the Far East. Now, we're going to take you to what my sister worked on cruise ships too. It's her favourite cruise line. Let's take a moment to see the wonderful cruise line of Celebrity.
With exceptional levels of service, 1 crew member for every 2 guests, well-designed and easy-to-navigate ships, and a decor that is both sophisticated and contemporary, this is a cruise line which offers a real sense of modern luxury.
Life on board a Celebrity cruise ship is an opportunity for you to enjoy your cruise just how you like it. From relaxing by the pool with a good book to a whole host of exhilarating and unique experiences, the choice literally is yours. There's cooking competitions, mixology classes, dance and language classes, informative lectures, and behind-the-scenes access to the inner workings of a modern-day cruise ship. And that is just the tip of the iceberg.
You can top up your tan by enjoying a margarita by the pool, or use your Sea Pass card and help yourself to another glass of vino in the award-winning Cellar Masters. But my absolute favourite has to be here. It's the world's first ever world-class bar, where tasting the work of these wonderful mixologists will introduce you to the latest trends in cocktail creation. It will literally knock your socks off. Celebrity cruises have always pushed the boat out when it comes to dining, not just in the sheer choice, but also the quality and taste of the food they offer. You can experience savour menus pairing classic and contemporary selections with casual al fresco dining to this stunning main dining room with the amazing wine tower that holds nearly 3,000 bottles of wine. When the sun sets, Celebrity Cruises ships come alive with a dazzling selection of bars and lounges and nightclubs. Keep an eye out though for the interactive themed parties. You might even find dancers in these exquisite costumes suddenly appear out of nowhere to entertain you. There's West End style theatre shows, there's circus shows, comedy, magic, music. On a Celebrity cruise, luxury comes as standard. There are 6 different varieties to choose from, and over 85% have a private balcony, from comfortable inside staterooms to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies, and your very own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
That, I can't believe it. I'm watching that like, it looks so beautiful, and you get paid to do that.
Someone's got to do it, Paul.
Got the best job, hasn't he? Really has got the best job. Now, of course, the ship looks amazing. Let's take an opportunity to look at this itinerary. Where do we go first?
Okay, so this is, as you mentioned, a great itinerary. It's a great chance for you to get on board in Barcelona. You've got a relaxing day at sea before you hit your first port of call, which is the amazing Villafranche. This is the chance for you to really explore the wonderful Gaelic Riviera, and this is your chance, of course, to see those wonderful wide fringed boulevards, those expensive yachts, those glittering turquoise seas, France's most famous stretch of coast. You can go through to Monte Carlo. You can imagine you're Lewis Hamilton and drive the wonderful circuit there, or walk around the circuit. You can go through to places like St Paul de Vence and Grasse, which is the capital there for perfume and for flowers, and of course you can maybe go through to Clifftop, the village of Is as well, and see the wonderful place that's known as the Eagle's Nest. So much to do from here. Then we're going to go through to Livorno. I've already talked about Livorno. It's your chance to go through to Pisa and to Florence. Then we go from here through to Rome, the Eternal City, Italy's capital, the land of Leonardo and Michelangelo and the popes. It's now a living museum of gorgeous artwork, amazing architecture and inspiring ancient sites such as the Colosseum and many, many more. Great opportunity for you to go through and enjoy the Spanish Steps. The view from there across the city is simply magical. Then we're talking about popping over to Salerno, and this is just 35 miles down the coast from Naples. It offers you a rich history, a marvellous collection of parks and natural wonders, and unique views over what we call the Tyrrhenian Sea, and of course you've got that wonderful Amalfi Coast, the orange and lemon blossom coastline. Relaxing day at sea before we go through now to Greece. It's the island of Mykonos. This is a beautiful island which is loved by everyone that visits.
Yeah,
I was there over the summer.
Favourites.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Both my favourites are on this itinerary, Mykonos and Santorini.
Yeah, two absolute corkers.
My two favourites.
They're dominated by these beautiful 16th century dormant windmills, amazing beaches. You can just pick any of them and you'll be happy. And of course, go and see Patronus the Pelican, who's the local island's mascot, who's a bit of a cheeky fella with a bit of backstory.
See the ship sitting out there, just off the harbour?
Just off the harbour.
Remember that image in your head, because I'm going to give you a little hot tip at the very end of this, when we finish talking about the itinerary.
Okay, then we're going from here through to Santorini. I'm going to talk about Santorini later, but just imagine on this deal, it's really good value to get yourself a balcony very cheaply, and you could be sailing into this this beautiful volcano which has blown its top off and full of water, watching that arrival on the ship from your own balcony. Then you're going through and sailing over the coast to Turkey. This is the west coast of Turkey, and it's a chance to visit Kusadasi. This is the land of the genuine fake, as I call it. You can buy anything you like in the shops. Just remember, it's not real. That Rolex watch is a Rolex watch. Or that Rolex watch is a Rolex watch. Folex, exactly, yeah. and then you've got a chance to go here, one of the best preserved ancient cities, Ephesus. Fantastic chance for people like St. John the Baptist and the Virgin Mary and Alexander the Great, some of the past people that have walked those streets. And then from there you've got a relaxing day at sea before you go back to Athens. Now do bear in mind that one thing we do at Planet Cruise is we make this bespoke. So we haven't put this in on this deal, but we can give you stays in Athens and also in Barcelona, or both. 2 or 3 or 4 night stays to really increase your holiday for you.
Now,
beautiful ship.
I did, yeah, it's gorgeous. I did say I'm going to give you a little hot tip. Remember, you're looking at Mykonos, and you can see the ships are just off the harbour. You actually touched on it as well. When you're saying about Santorini, when you sail into the caldera, the mouth basically of the volcano. Of course, you haven't got to worry about it these days, but you can see the islands are all the way around you. On this trip, you're getting a free upgrade from inside to outside, so you've got an ocean view, but for $100 more, you can get a balcony. So get a balcony, and you'll be looking at Santorini, and I promise you, I cruised for 18 years, I promise you, it is breathtaking. When you look at Mykonos from the waterfront, it is breathtaking. You don't want to miss out on this. For £100, come on, take it. And it's what, 11 nights? Well, it's less than £100 a night.
This is the itinerary.
Less than £10
this is pretty much the itinerary and the company that I chose to cruise with after 12 years, of never paying for a cruise. I went and did this itinerary, and I had a balcony, and I left my balcony open every night. And you've got the coastline floating past you. You wake up in the morning, these beautiful mountains shrouded in sunshine. Amazing.
Amazing. Do the extra £100. It's well worth it. Come on, let's share with you. First of all, the free upgrade, I just explained that, from interior to ocean view. Return flights from London Gatwick. And again, if you are thinking, well, what about other airports? Talk to the team. Write down that phone number. Free to call them. 0800 840 1088, or of course go to the website planetcruise.co.uk. If you prefer to go to our website and look at these, you can just put Planet Cruise into our website, into the search engine, and it will bring up these deals for you. So that's easy enough to do. Bear in mind, it is deposit only, and your ID number, if you're going, I like the idea of that one, I can't blame you. ID number is 87299. Brilliant deal. Now, you'll hear us talking about concierge class, so it's worth mentioning that. Let's talk about concierge class, because it really is worth having. Here's a sample of what's included in that class. Priority check-in. Come on, you go on a cruise, you want to feel like you're first class. That will really help. Personalised concierge service, so you can always go there and ask for questions. Welcome gift. A little bit of sparkly, a little bit bubbly in the cabin before you get going. Fresh fruit, exclusive for the celebrity tote bag. Main and specialty seating, so you've got your time preferences. Daily delivery of afternoon canapes. How lovely. With a glass of fizzy. Come on, why not? Custom blended shower gel and complimentary shoe shine service. All these little things are what make a great cruise a lifetime cruise. That really is worth it. For such a small amount of money, take advantage of it. Now, We're going to the big brand, the British brand of Thomson.
With its uniquely British product, small, intimate ships, a great range of cruise and stay options, all tips included, an unrivaled number of regional airports you can fly from, plus a generous baggage allowance, it's little wonder that Thomson Cruises is turning heads. They boast one of the highest levels of repeat passengers in the industry, and after 6 years working for them, I can tell you why. They are without doubt the friendliest ships afloat. Some friends of mine who cruise a lot always pack 2 sizes of clothing. One for the start of the cruise, thank you, and one for the end. And once you've tasted the food on board, you'll understand why. It's international cuisine with a British twist. And with open sitting as standard, you won't need to rush trying to keep to the ship's schedule. You can set the pace and enjoy up to 7 meals a day. Trust me, it's possible. Whether it's a freshly pulled pint in a nightclub or sipping a cocktail of a day poolside, each of the bars on board Thomson ships enjoys a unique and special personality. With honest low prices, juggling waiters and service with a smile, you're never more than 2 minutes walk away from a refreshing aperitif. The Thomson Cruises has some of the best entertainment afloat. In a 2-week cruise, you'll see no fewer than 10 full production shows and some great comedy from award-winning UK guest artists. Add to that fantastic interactive game shows, cabarets, and all singing, all dancing deck parties, and you really won't want to go back to your cabin. There is lots and lots of choice with the accommodation on board Thomson ships, from insides through to stunning suites. All are en suite, offer 24-hour room service and 2 turn-downs a day. The only surprise you're going to encounter is what your hand towel will be transformed into when you return every night. My favourite was always the monkey with the sunglasses.
What was that towel?
That was a monkey. That was a monkey wearing my sunglasses.
That's hilarious.
They do that on board, actually. The Thomson ships have a real sense of family and fun, and because there's a small fleet and they're small ships, you really do get to know the crew. They're really unique.
I think I'm loving it because it's the idea of winter sunshine. Come on, January, February, get out there and enjoy a cruise. And of course, we're going to the Caribbean and Central America. Let's have a look.
We are. We're going to the Caribbean on Thomson Cruises' flagship, the Dream, and this is a great opportunity now for you to head out, as you can see, to Jamaica, to Montego Bay. We'll talk about that later because you get a chance to visit there in more detail. Relaxing day at sea, soaking up that Caribbean sun, enjoying all the flying fish and spotting some whales and some dolphins before you hit Colombia, Cartagena. You know, this is a great chance, the land of El Dorado, flamboyant adventurers, Colombia's second oldest city and the only walled town in the Americas, built to protect it against pirates. It's beautiful, cobbled alleyways, great colonial churches, and much, much more. Then we're going through to San Blas. This is Panama. This is a different world.
Yeah.
Some of these islands, San Blas Islands, many of them are uninhabited. You're going to meet the indigenous.
To see the beach. Look at the beach. Look at the beach.
And the people on here, the Kuna people, and they use coconuts for currency.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, okay. Then we're going to move on there to Colon. I love this place, great chance to explore. And this is your chance to really see the gateway to the Panama Canal. Lush tropical rainforest, aerial trams across the rainforest, chance to see sloths, eagles, ocelots, toucans and monkeys and much, much more. And this great wonder of the world that's been built and designed. Then we're going through to Costa Rica. You know, Costa Ricans are said to be the happiest people in the world.
Yeah.
Your chance to prove it here at Puerto Limon. It's a beautiful place for beaches, sprawling banana plantations, and that was one of my holiday snaps. I couldn't resist that one, sorry. And a great chance for you to enjoy, again, dense rainforest. Sparsely populated, you can do the rainforest aerial tram, you can do the canopy zip line tour, and you go to the sloth sanctuary and see some of my family members there. Then we're going to a relaxing day at sea before we go through and back to Jamaica. Montego Bay.
Can I just throw a little cheeky one in? I love Costa Rica. Everything you said about friendliest people on the planet, blah, 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 they're all true. It's wonderful.
It's a beautiful place, and great coffee as well. Montego Bay now, this is Jamaica's bubbly side. Wonderful chance for you to relax on the beach. Lots of reggae bars, Caribbean restaurants, rum cocktails and jerk chicken. You can get your hair braided. Yeah, you can go to the Duns River Falls, the wedding cake, tiered falls that you can explore.
Don't
which
have
is so
too much
great.
of that, the local rum when you do it. I did. Fell all the way back down. Oh, it's worth it.
I don't want to think about that. That's been quite painful. And then you can go through to the Greenwood Great House as well, the home of Elizabeth Barrett Brown's ancestors, and try some of the wonderful witch's brew that was being brewed up there for years. Or the Crocodile Nursery, that's another great place. Then we've got a relaxing day at sea before you go through to Rotterdam. This is Honduras. It's the largest of the Bay Islands. Loads of great places to dive here and to snorkel. It's one of the most amazing places to go and see the little capuchin monkeys as well you saw there. Then we're going through to Belize. This is located at the base of the Yucatan Peninsula. Again, dense rainforest, dotted this time with mine ruins. Lots of unique wildlife here. 125 animals native to Belize, including jaguars, ocelots, peccaries, storks, howler monkeys, crocodiles and more. And you can do a motorbike ride through along the river, through the jungle. It's incredible. Then we're talking about Costa Maya. This is a sleepy fishing village. It's your gateway through, again, to the southern Yucatan and the great Mayan civilization. You can go and see some amazing ancient cities that have been deserted for years. Places like Chacalben and many, many more. Then we're going to go through to Cozumel, one of my favourite places in the world to dive, a little island off the Yucatan Peninsula. Great slice of Mexico, a place where Jacques Cousteau used to praise for its diving, and a great chance again to hire a bike or a car and explore the island before you then get a chance to head back after a relaxing day at sea, soaking up that sunshine, to Montego Bay. You get off and you fly home. It's an incredible itinerary. It's a real chance to really enjoy the Caribbean, and look at that price. I can't believe it. 1,279 for 2 weeks in the Caribbean, including your flights, Paul.
Yeah, and of course it's not just the Caribbean, you also get into Central America. The tips are included, by the way. Sometimes people ask that about cruises. Thomson include those for you. And this is a perfect example as well to talk about those additional flights, regional airports. You know, just for an example, if you're thinking, well, I want to go from Manchester, call the team, because we think that'll be around £30 extra. Certainly not talking hundreds of pounds, around £30 extra to fly from Manchester. So, you know, maybe you're in Edinburgh, maybe you're in Bristol. Call the team, write that number down now before you forget, 0800 840 1088, and just chat with the team. These are also exclusive deals to Planet Cruise. Let's go through the prices for you. You can see just how affordable it is. When you think such a small amount of money will be able to get you a better cabin. Discounts, as I just said, exclusive to Planet Cruise. Look, we're already talking about flights from Gatwick, Birmingham and Glasgow. There are other airports. Talk to the team. We can take care of those for you. And those itineraries, when we say they differ depending on your departure day, what does it mean? Does it mean different ports of call?
Just in a different order, really, Paul. Just in a different order.
Great.
You know, Twitter's going crazy here. Karen Robinson said that Thomson price has got to be wrong. 1,279 for 14 nights. Wow.
Just try getting your flights to the Caribbean. See what it will cost you for flights to the Caribbean. Incredible. Now let's just go through those prices for you. You can see how affordable it is. Look, 1,279 through to 1,499. That's your 16th of Feb there, just after Valentine's Day. And of course, it's an outside cabin. It is so affordable, and that's flights to and fro the Caribbean. You're going to Central America as well. You are onto a complete and utter winner, so please don't miss out on that. I'm being told that there is a very limited availability on that particular cruise, so if that is something you're interested in, call the team as soon as you can. Now let's take an opportunity to move on to our next cruise. I know we're ploughing through these. Again, you're going to see top agent for the big brand of Princess.
Yeah. I mean, this is a wonderful opportunity to get on board the latest ship for Princess.
Is it their newest one?
Regal Princess. She's part of the new class, the Regal class, or the Royal class, and she is all singing, all dancing. You know, we're talking about a ship that is longer than the height of the Shard.
Wow.
You know, and is taller than 15 double-decker buses stacked on top of one another. But she's full of so many beautiful things. All Princess ships run around this central idea, this central plaza where all the entertainment happens off it. You get a chance to go through to amazing bars where even the barmen entertain you with a little bit of what they call flaring or flashing. The great thing about this as well is it has a great opportunity to maybe go and get some Italian ice cream at the gelateria. You've got the Sea Walk, which extends 28 feet beyond the edge of the ship, and it's a unique glass panel walkway with views right down to the ocean below, so it's not for the faint-hearted, and it's really, really great fun. You've also got a great chance to see the water and light show in the evening with the fountains that happen. This is the chef's table experience that Princess brought into the industry, where 12 people have a unique meal cooked for them. Those are the dancing fountains we were talking about before. That's on board. That's on board.
That's crazy.
Along with the sea screen in the back there, again, a great chance to watch movies under the stars, and they'll bring out popcorn and maybe hot chocolate, and you can have a watch of the different films or different shows that happen. This has won so many awards already. You know, Travel Weekly gives it lots of Magellan Awards here for large ship, atrium, spa, pool, the mobile app design categories, all these different things. It wins so many awards. It's one of the most popular ships at sea, and a great chance to see amazing shows performed for you. You're getting a glimpse of some of the kind of Broadway and West End style shows, but there's comedians. There's also kind of like adage and acrobats. You know, there's a great chance to go through and see live music in all the different venues as well. And remember, they also have a dedicated TV studio on board called Princess Live, where you can go and be part of a TV audience as different shows and happen in front of you.
I need to let you know that 2015, obviously it's already gone, but it's sold out in just a couple of days. So that may well be the same with this. So if you are thinking, oh, might do, I know you're looking at thinking, well, it's not until May next year. Book it now. It's deposit only. Deposit only, but if you wait, you could miss out on this altogether. Let's show you where you're going to go.
Okay, so flying London Gatwick through to Copenhagen, and you've got 11 nights on board. Your first port of call is Oslo, an incredible opportunity to explore the forest-clad slopes of Norway as they slip into this beautiful island-studded fjord. You're docked by here, the Equinox Castle, giving you great views not only down the fjord, and you should be out 2 hours before you arrive, but also of the harbour itself and of Oslo. Lots to see there, including you saw the Opera House. There's a wonderful Nobel Prize museum as well on the waterfront, and also you can head through to the Vigilant Sculpture Park and much, much more. You can also explore Oslo via the ferries, and that's a great way to do it. Day at sea before you then go through to Warnemünde, which is your chance to explore the medieval Warnemünde. It's a popular holiday spot for the Germans, to maybe explore and walk through the beaches there and see the locals flying their kites and walking their dogs, or head into Berlin itself, go and see the Brandenburg Gate, maybe go and try schnitzel in a backstreet bolt hole, maybe go through and see Checkpoint Charlie, read the story of the Berlin Wall. So much history here, an incredible city, very friendly again. At sea before we then go through to Tallinn, this is Estonia. This is a medieval storybook world where you can eat bear, where you can drink mead, where you've got one of the world's oldest Gothic town halls with a beautiful 14th century weather vane on the top, and you can sip wine. You can go and walk around the flower market, or go and see the beautiful pink facade of the 15th century Parliament building. Then we're going through to St. Petersburg, and here you have an overnight. This is the real highlight of the trip. You need an overnight because there's so much to do and explore, so many great things, whether it's the Winter Palace, whether it's the wonderful canals. Of course, this was built to mirror many of the great European canal-led cities, and it does that so beautifully, and it's a great opportunity for you to go and see the work of Leonardo da Vinci, of Titan, of Rembrandt, see how the Romanovs lived, maybe take a trip to some of the magnificent palaces, the Catherine Palace in Pushkin, or maybe Peter the Great's Peterhof. Also a chance to go and see the Church of Blood. You know, this is the Church of Blood. It's my favourite building in the whole of St. Petersburg. It's incredible. You can go through to the ballet in the evening. Remember, you're there overnight. You can go and see some Russian folk dancing. It's a great city, and it's also really good for shopping as well. I recommend doing a twilight cruise on the River Neva. It only costs you a few rubles, and it's an incredible experience, and it's one that not a lot of people know about or take advantage of. Okay, so you've done an overnight there in St. Petersburg, then you're moving on, you're going through to Helsinki. This is Finland. It's a beautiful sea town, and half the city almost seems to be in the water itself. Best thing to do here, head out to the Suomenlinna Sea Fortress, or maybe pop through to the Lutheran Cathedral, which is a beautiful piece of architecture carved into the rock, literally. And then finally, Stockholm, Sweden, spread across 14 islands. It's Europe's, it's Scandinavia's kind of green capital. It's a great one to explore by ferry again. You've got the oldest concentration of medieval buildings in Gamla Stan, which is a whole area there, and you've also got a chance to go and see the Vasa, a beautiful ship that sunk, 95% complete, being turned into a museum. Incredible. It's an amazing place to cruise. I mean, you and I both love this part of the world, Paul, because it really is beautiful.
And it's an amazing ship. Come on, take advantage of this. I love Princess anyway. I was lucky enough to work with them. My wife, Helen, she worked, she was a dancer on board the ships as well. So we're lucky enough to have cruised the Caribbean and Alaska with Princess. And in fact, I even proposed to her on board a Princess ship. Take advantage of it. Don't forget, we did say 2015 sold out in just a few days. So do book this as soon as you can, because you could be missed out. I'm also going to suggest to you, for the amount of money that it costs, get a balcony, an extra £120, and this is an 11-night cruise, and you can get a balcony. So as you're sailing into these wonderful ports, Tallinn, St. Petersburg, Helsinki, you can see everything, and sitting out there with a glass of bubbly, or I don't know, an Irish coffee, or hot chocolate with some brandy, and whatever it is that you enjoy drinking, it is just wonderful. Great for photographs, great for videos. This is a ship that will impress, and bear in mind, that's going to be your home for 11 days. That's your home. And of course the ship is part of the destination itself these days.
The great thing about Princesses is they have all the fun, all the latest features. They have a lot of great, you know, kind of innovative things about the ship. However, it also has a maturity. It also has a wonderful sense of class, and it's a great mix that Princess managed really well.
Let's look at the money then. Lots and lots for your money here. This is only available in May to August 2016. That's why I'm telling you, do book it as soon as you can. It does sell out in just a couple of days. It's from £999 per person. Return flights from London, again, overseas transfers included. But if you are thinking of other airports, call the team. Just call the team. That number's right there at the bottom of the screen. And of course, you've got the overnight in St. Petersburg as well. And if you are thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind a couple of days in Athens, or I wouldn't mind a couple of days in Venice, talk to the team. Tips, it's a brilliant opportunity here. Don't miss out on it. I don't want to miss out at all. And of course, I was talking Copenhagen, rather. If you want a couple of nights in Copenhagen, they can take care of that for you. From £999, really worth considering, but do get that as soon as you can. Now, let's move on to our next cruise, the 5th cruise. Have you got more tweets?
Oh, lots more, yeah, but I can't read them all out, sadly. But it's a lovely one here from Sonia, just saying, with all this wind and rain, we love your suggestions, transporting us to somewhere gorgeous.
Well, we're about to do it again, Sonia. In fact, 2. Don't forget, we said at the very start of the show, keep your ears open for the 6th cruise. So this is number 5 we're going on. We're not knocking any of the others, but number 6 is particularly great value for money. Now, the first thing we're going to do on this particular trip is take you to Athens. You want to tell us a little bit about Athens before we get going?
Of course, yeah. So you've got a wonderful one-night stay here in this incredible city. You can see the Parthenon, which has been standing for 2,000 years, sun-bleached, on top of the Acropolis. This, of course, is the birthplace of democracy. It's a great place to see old and new mixing perfectly. Explore the foothills of the Acropolis, explore the Monostrati street markets, go and see the changing of the guard, go shopping. It's great for shopping, or just sit down in a local taverna and have a Greek salad. You don't get better salad anywhere in the world. Okay, from here, after that, you then got a chance to get on board Oceania Riviera.
Should we take let's take an opportunity right now to see a little more about the cruise line themselves.
In 2003, 2 of luxury cruises' biggest names teamed up to create one of the best value-for-money options in cruising. A destination-intensive, floating hotel experience with top-notch food and superior service. Welcome to a cruise line for enthusiastic foodies, where you can have whatever you want, whenever you want. This is value without compromise. This is Oceania Cruises. Oceania have an open seating dining experience, where all the specialty restaurants are complimentary with no hidden fees. But you know what's truly impressive is the quality of the ingredients, with the beef and the lamb sourced from their own farm in Colorado and the seafood from their own farm in Maine. It's a culinary journey you will never ever want to end. When you cruise with Oceania, unlimited complimentary soft drinks, bottled water, specialty coffees, teas and juices are all included in the price on every sailing. Or if, like me, you're a coffee lover, then this is definitely the cruise line for you, with the legendary Illy coffee served all day and night here in Baristas. If you're a lover of the arts, then you're going to find the entertainment both engrossing and exciting. You can attend a live classical concert under the stars, or marvel at magicians and comedians, or soak up a fantastic show. The award-winning Canyon Ranch Spa has been the acknowledged world leader in healthy living expertise, and a haven of luxury and comfort and warmth for over 30 years. And it's no surprise then that they chose Oceania Cruises as the perfect partner. And on board all the ships you can relax in open-air whirlpools, indulge in detoxifying body wraps, or enjoy the latest Eastern treatments such as shiatsu, reflexology and acupuncture. The generous proportions of Oceania Cruises' suites and staterooms are the ultimate in luxury. You can plump the goose-down pillows of your prestige tranquility bed, or breathe in the fresh sea air on your private teak veranda. Whatever it is, Oceania's suites feature oversized living and dining areas, as well as marble and granite-clad bathrooms and bathtubs.
I think you can see from that video clip there that this really is 5-star.
I would even go further than that, Paul. I'd say it's pushing 6 really with this Oceania. They really are great, and they are a cruise line for enthusiastic foodies. So if you love food and you love more of a small ship experience, and you love that extra special attention that the crew give you, this is definitely a cruise line.
So if you like the finer things in life, this is one for you.
Absolutely, yeah, really great.
So should we take an opportunity to see where we go? Let's have a look at the ports of call, the itinerary.
Yeah, so you've already had that one, like say in Athens. You're getting on board the ship. You've then got this 9 nights on board, and your first port of call will be Kusadasi. I've already talked about Kusadasi, west coast of Turkey, so we'll move on from there, and then we'll go through to the place that you and I both love dearly, one of the Cyclades islands. This is Santorini.
Oh yeah, my favourite.
This is incredible. You know, the lost city of Atlantis, many believe, was here. You can see there the outside of the caldera. It's a volcano blown its top, full of water, and it's got these beautiful sugar cube houses with blue domes on the top. Where you dock by theatre, you can take the cable car up.
You'll be down there at the bottom.
There's those 2 ships there. In fact, that could well be a Cunard ship down the back there, and one of the Windstars. You have a chance to go through to Amudi village, which is further along, and Amudi Bay. You do a great fish supper there. You can walk along the caldera. You can relax in hot springs, go and see the black sand beach, try some of the local sweet fortified wine. It's incredible. Okay, let's move on from here. Let's then go through to another rare part of Greece that you don't often see on any itinerary, Nafplio. This is one of Greece's prettiest towns. Narrow streets filled with elegant Venetian houses and neoclassical mansions. Got a great Palamidi fortress to enjoy as well. And from here you can go and visit the Corinth Canal, which I've been through many, many times, and is absolutely fantastic. It's only 70-foot wide, sloping sides, and it's one of the only canals that most ships can't go through. It's incredible, really, really great. Then you go through to Githyon in Greece. And this is your chance to go and see pastel-coloured houses that kind of inch their way up the foothills of Mount Koumaras. It's a gorgeous, unique, authentic, small-town experience, and you've got the medieval city of Mistras, the UNESCO World Heritage Protected Place, on your front doorstep as well to go and explore. Then we go through to a bigger Greek experience. This time it's the island of Corfu. It's big, it's beautiful. Shakespeare set The Tempest here. You've got the scent of lemon blossom perfuming the air, silvery olive trees gracing the hillsides, the views from the Bella Vista, the great temples, of course, that Greece is famous for. You've got Mon Repos, which you can just walk along from where you dock in the ship and go and explore the Roman ruins. And you've got the Achillean Palace, famed for its architecture and also as the setting for Your Eyes Only, the Bond film. Then we're going through to Dubrovnik, Croatia. This is an incredible opportunity now for you to enjoy this Croatian medieval walled city. You might see them filming Game of Thrones. They let you watch it if they do. You can walk the walls here. You know, you can explore inside where cars aren't allowed, down the cobbled streets and see these little piazzas. And again, you can go canoeing around the outside. You can sit on a bar on the steps, on the rocks, and you can dive into the ocean. You can come back up and have a Covolacco, a Croatian beer, and soak up the sun. Brilliant. Then we're going through to Italy now. This is Ancona. It's an Italian town. It's the provincial capital of what we call the March region in Italy. It's a beautiful area that is based around what they call the Conegro Regional Park. Lots of evergreen woods, lots of cliffs jutting out to the seas, and great architecture for you to explore. And Portofino is on your front doorstep as well, which a lot of people will be familiar with. So you can head down to Portofino if you like, and the great cathedral of San Silasu. Okay, then we're going through to Venice. You've got an overnight on board in Venice. You're going to sail into Venice. You're going to sail down the Grand Canal, past St Mark's Square. You know, that's where you're going to sail past the Campanile, almost within touching distance, with these wonderful little boats and vaporettos passing you. You'd almost see James Bond wrestling Jaws on the back of one as it goes along the side. You then get to experience and get lost in Venice. Maybe visit Murano or Burano, see the glass and the lace. See this city that was made famous by the wonders of so many romantics, such as Casanova and many, many more. It's a beautiful city. My advice, go to the Lido, try some cuisine. That's where all the locals go. That's where all the Venetians go to, the Lido, where Byron used to swim.
Well, let's take a moment to remind you that the tips are included in this price. They are included. In fact, let me run through what you get for your money. 11th of May. Please bear in mind that inside and outside have sold out. The inside and outside have sold out. So the prices you're looking at are balcony plus. You can get more if you want to. You can add extra nights in Athens or Venice. And Planet Cruise are now the only company in the UK that can offer you this deal. Now, they've got an exclusive free $200 onboard spend, but you do need to book by the 21st of November. So again, just call the guys, call them tonight. They're waiting for you until 10:30 this evening. Have a chat with them if you've got any questions that we don't answer. Return flights from London Gatwick, but of course that includes your overseas transfers. And if you do want to go from a different airport, call the team, chat with them. And of course at the very end you've got that overnight in Venice as well. But you can add extra nights in Athens or Venice. That's entirely up to you. Think about this. That price, okay, for balcony and then another $200 of onboard spend. You could look at that as $200 off the price if you wanted to. It's phenomenal value for money.
Really good. In fact, Greg Smith's been on touch on Twitter, and he said, Oceania cruise on Riviera, fantastic, top quality offer, impressive. He's even given it a thumbs up, so thank you very much.
And I'm being told right now, I'm being told right now that we've got a another phone caller, because there's another red hot off the press deal just come in. This is Rob this time rather than Glenn. Yeah, this is Rob. Rob, are you there?
I am, guys. You okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks, Rob.
I hear you got a red hot deal for us.
Well, not just one, but two. We're spoiling you this evening. We've got two deals for the Caribbean for December. Now, we've got two P&O fly cruises for you.
This December?
We've got the 4th of December on the P&O Britannia. And we've also got the 11th of December, if you want to go slightly later, on the P&O Azura. Now, both of these deals, 15 nights from just $999 per person.
and we're talking December 2015?
Yeah, this year. So
This
literally
year.
next month we've got two different dates for you. So if you
Brilliant.
can't do the one on the 4th, you've always got the one on the 11th as well. Both of them, as I say, from $999 per person. Now, I've done the maths. That's only £67 a day per person for either of those two cruises.
Because that's all your food and your entertainment
And
as
your
well.
entertainment,
Your flights to and fro.
Waking up in a different island every day.
Yeah.
Great winter sunshine. It's incredible.
Yeah. Are we busy in the call centre?
We certainly are, yeah. We've got on this one, by the way, both of these deals have flights from both Manchester and Birmingham. The one on the Britannia on the 4th of December also has Gatwick flights. And obviously when you get there, your transfers all included. Balcony upgrade from around £100 a person as well.
Wow.
So slightly more on the Britannia, about £130. But, you know, upgrade to a balcony, next to nothing compared to what it would usually be.
Rob, I think there's going to be some of the callers over the moon that you've let us know about that particular deal. Let's say thank you to you. I know you want to get back to the calls. Take it easy.
Bye-bye, Paul. Manchester
Not a problem.
and Birmingham
See you later, guys.
flights, that's
Bye.
really impressive.
Bye, Rob. Bye.
Really impressive.
That is, it's fantastic. Come on, call them. If you've got any questions, just call the team. It's as simple as that. 0800 840 1088. Those cruises that we got from the callers, from Rob and Glenn, they won't be available on the website. So if you do want to see those, you do call them rather than go to planetcruise.co.uk. Do call them and tell them about those particular deals, because they are red hot off the press. Now, we asked you at the very start of the show to hang in there for the 6th cruise. We're about to take care of that right now. In fact, this is in the Far East, so let's start by showing you a little bit about Singapore.
Yeah, of course, the incredible Singapore, the commercial centre of the Southeast Asia, beautiful mixture of different architecture, Arab bazaars, Buddhist temples, Victorian buildings, great chance to explore Raffles Hotel, the history of the Singapore sling and the long bar there, a chance to see the views from the Singapore Fly. You caught a glimpse of it there, go shopping, try some of the duty-free, head out on one of the original Singapore walks, maybe sit at the top of the Marina Bay Sands that you'll see in a minute and look out across the city, see some of the fashion. It is a market setter. And then you've got also the Jurong Bird Park, the world's largest walking bird
there's that
aviary.
hotel.
That's the Marina Bay
That
Sands.
wasn't there when I was in Singapore.
Oh, it's an incredible. I sat
wanna
at the
see
top
it.
there in the artificial beach drinking a pina colada.
I'm envious.
Nothing better.
I am envious. But of course, that's just the start of the trip. What else do we do?
Okay, so then you're going to get on board the ship. You've got another day in Singapore to explore after that one night.
Oh, so
then
you stay on board the ship for a night?
That's right. That's right.
Perfect.
Yes. And then you've got a chance to have a relaxing day at sea before you then crack on and move from there. But I think we're gonna
let's take
see
an
a little bit
opportunity.
about the ship as well.
Yeah.
We need to see about the brand.
If we're joining the ship, let's take a moment to see what Holland America is all about.
Okay, so this is a 5-star brand, Holland America. They've been around for many, many years, over 140 years. They've been taking people around the world. They really do know their stuff. They give you more space than any other cruise line per guest. They have a wonderful thing called On Location, where the entertainment and the dining matches the locations you're travelling to. So here, of course, when you're travelling around Indonesia and Southeast Asia, you'll be able to experience some of that cuisine on board as well. You've also got great little extras they put into the cabins, like 100% Egyptian cotton sheets, extra fluffy towels, deluxe terry bathrobes, power showers with massaging heads. They've got great dining on board, where you can go from maybe the Italian steak and pizza at Canaletto's. Maybe you want healthy options. They take care of all your different dining venues. You know, if you're vegan, if you're wheat free, whatever it is. If you want to enjoy, sit back and have a few cocktails, they've got loads of innovative dining venues on board. Mix, which does not only craft beers but great cocktails, it also does champagne and bubbles. Then of course the entertainment. Remember, all of that included. So West End style shows every evening with great comedians as well. A great chance for you to pop along and then go and sit in a bar and listen to live music. Lots of different styles of live music. Maybe a classical duo, maybe another time you'll get a great pianist, a keyboardist, maybe just an acoustic guitar. You know, it's a real lovely mix. And the great thing about this is that they are one of the highest rated premium cruise lines by Condé Nast travellers. That's where they race. And of course, Condé Nast, a real luxury magazine.
We didn't work Holland America. We took them as a cruise, as a holiday, my wife and I, and we rated their food as the best. That was the best food we ever had in all the years that we sailed. Now, I want you to bear in mind this price has dropped today, so it is a very, very sexy deal. Let's take you on a tour and see what you get to see in the Far East.
Okay, so you've had another day in Singapore before you then head on to Jakarta. So it's actually Tanjung Priok is the actual name of the port there, and this is your chance to see Indonesia's largest city and exotic capital, to visit the National Museum of Indonesia, which chronicles 16 centuries of their history, to explore and wander the streets of the old town, see the Dutch colonial architecture, and also to see the new town. Maybe to head out about just over to Bogor and Taman Safari Park and see some of the endangered species they breed there. It's an incredible place. Or maybe head out to some of the tea plantations. Then you've got a chance to head over to Semarang. This is across what they call the Kedu Plain, and it's on Java now. And look at that view. That gives you an idea of some of the beauty. And here you can go to the Temple of Borobudur. Here you're seeing it, and it's a great chance for you to see the largest Buddhist temple in the world.
Is, yeah.
Great sense of peace as you sit there amongst those giant bells and soak up the views. Then we're going to go through for a relaxing day at sea before you then go to Probolinggo. This is Indonesia again. This is a chance for you to see one of the world's active volcanoes, the huge Mount Bromo, and also the 600-foot Madakapura waterfall. Look at that, look at that. It's incredible, and again, more 14th century Buddhist temples and bull racing, something you can experience here, which is unique to East Java. Then we're going through to Bali. You've got an overnight here in Bali. You know, there's 18,000 Indonesian islands. You're only visiting a couple. Bali's probably the best known of them. Undulating hills, thick with terraced rice paddies, fields of banana and coffee, pristine beaches, wonderful resorts where you can get a great spa experience, dense cork forests where you get to see these cheeky monkeys, these gregarious long-tailed monkeys.
That's quite a funny photo, isn't it?
It's brilliant. Well, this is a temple dedicated to Hanuman, the monkey god, and it's in the middle of the forest, and they look at their own, look at the statues of themselves. It's quite great.
Hilarious.
Then we're going through from Bali after your overnight there to Lombok. This is the neighbouring island to Bali, and it's like stepping back to Bali as it was 40 years ago. It's like stepping back in time. So if you're someone who doesn't like the commercialism that maybe has happened around the world, this is your great chance to see an incredible, incredible island, really stepping back in time, and to again see the Majora Water Palace, to go and see some great waterfalls and explore the thick interior of terraced rice paddies. Then we're going through to Komodo Island, which is home to the world's largest lizard. You're going to catch a picture of the pink boy, the big boy. They grow up to 10 foot in length, over 300 pounds. They hunt in packs, and you have to do a tour. That's my only advice. Make sure you do a tour to explore it. The whole place is a protected biosphere, and it's absolutely magical. You won't have stepped across. And my idea of the Garden of Eden is there. Then we go through for a relaxing day at sea before you go through to Surabaya. Another overnight here. This again is visiting East Java. Again, another chance to go to Bromo volcano, to experience the old city, again to trace back the Dutch architecture, to go through to the Arab Quarter, to experience Chinatown, or just, if it was me, head out to some of the beaches, head out to some of the forests, head up Mount Bromo and take in the views. And then a relaxing day at sea before you're back to Singapore. You get another overnight on board in Singapore to enjoy that city even more. So 3 full days in Singapore in total, Paul, on this cruise.
You can always add to that. That's the beauty of going through Planet Cruise. You can always add to that. If you want a few more days in Singapore before or a few more days in Singapore afterwards, they'll arrange that for you. Just talk to them. Now, let's just go through what you get for your money on this deal. This is 15th of Feb next year, so it's just around the corner. Return flights from London Heathrow, plus all your overseas transfers. Of course, if you want other UK airports, talk to the team. One night stay in a 4-star hotel in Singapore, but then, of course, you've got another overnight on the ship itself, so that the ship becomes your hotel. And then overnight in Singapore, Bali and Surabaya at the very end. It's just a brilliant opportunity for you. Now, let's take an opportunity to go through all 6 cruises. It's going to be fast, it's going to be rapid, Write down some of the ID numbers that you see on the blue bar if you're interested. This ship has not even yet sailed. You'll be on the maiden, not the maiden cruise, but the maiden season on it. Plenty of dates, June, July, August and September. This price was just reduced this week. They are exclusive to Planet Cruise. All overseas transfers included. ID number for this is 93690. Write down the item numbers if these are the ones you're interested in talking about. Let's move to our next cruise. Another brilliant deal. This is Celebrity. And of course the great thing about this is it's 11 nights at sea. Free upgrade from interior to ocean view. And I was saying for an extra £100 you can then get a balcony. That was my hot tip on that particular cruise. Such a great deal. Then we went to Thomson Cruises. I think, oh, that's really exciting, the team here tonight. You've got January and February, so we're talking winter sunshine. Discounts are exclusive to Planet Cruise, and of course what a brilliant opportunity for you. Tips are included on that deal as well. ID number is 88351, and that was the example I gave you where you could get additional flights, let's say from Manchester, for as little as £30 extra, so do bear that in mind. Then we went on to Princess. Again, Planet Cruise top agent for Princess Cruises. Available May, June, July, August of next year. Return flights, all overseas transfers, most of the UK airports, so again talk to the team. My suggestion on that one was go balcony for an extra £120, and of course you can have extra nights in Copenhagen if you ask for them. Then we went on to Oceania. What an amazing trip. Again, tips included, inside and outside, sold out. You'll get balcony, and in fact for an extra you get $200 off, so think about a balcony price at that sort of money when you got $200 on board spend is amazing. And then finally we went to the Singapore trip, the one that we've just mentioned right now. Just price dropped today. Take advantage of it. Think of this, almost 3 weeks on holiday for less than £85 per person tonight, and you could have extra nights in Singapore before or after if you wanted to as well. Call that team now. Write that number down. They're going to be waiting for you until 10:30 this evening. 0800 840 1088, or of course Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, a great way to get hold of them. If you do like the internet, planetcruise.co.uk. You could also go ideaworld.tv and put Planet Cruise into our search engine. It will bring up the deals. But of course there were some hot tips from Glenn and Rob, and we won't even get to show those in more detail. It was amazing. I don't know how you remember all the information.
Thank you. Well, I've got to say thank you to Jonathan Bradley for getting in touch. He says, just back from Royal Caribbean, splendour of the seas, watching and wine flowing, looking forward to our next cruise. Regards, Sean, Jonathan and Wendy. And a big hello to Chris and Pete Gibbs from Dale Farm Guest House. I stayed there last night and they're avid cruisers. I think they're watching for the first time tonight.
Brilliant. Glad
so,
to have you watching.
hello to you.
A big thank you to you, Keith.
Thank you, Paul.
It always flies by far too fast. Go to planetcruise.co.uk and have a look. We've just touched the tip of the iceberg. There are so many cruises, so many ships, so many great cruise lines out there. Planet Cruise is a top agent for many of those.
And 2 cruises, £1,000, call them for the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Incredible.
take advantage of it. See you again real soon. Thank you.
If you've just tuned in and you've never cruised before but want to find out more, then join me, Justin, on Friday at 11 AM. I'll tell you the do's and don'ts, I'll tell you everything about the cruise lines and all the best prices, all with Planet Cruise.